Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. Welcome to another strong Qigong here on the Intracoastal Waterway of North Florida, outside my beautiful hometown of St. Augustine and just off the beaches where I grew up surfing. You know, Tai Chi and Qigong are kind of like surfing on dry land. That's one of the reasons I love it so much. And it gives us a chance to work on our balance as well as our minds and our bodies. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. We did some really cool things. As always, we start with our visualizations like sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath, or the ancient Qigong meditation of cleansing the inner body, or the blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the cauldron of the mind, and the cauldron of the body. From there, we went into today's routine, and it consisted of some really cool things. We started with opening the door, then closing the door. You'll find those on formal Tai Chi routines like the Yang 24. We also went into the high kick with heel, and that was our balancing exercise on one leg. From high kick with heel, we went into variations of the fountain from the Tai Chi tradition, and we also moved into bow stance. That's like standing on a surfboard, and with that one we performed waving hands like fans and piercing the cloud. So I hope you find this fun and enjoyable, and I hope you'll come back again and again. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, the like button, all the things that make the algorithm happy. And we'll continue to enjoy this together when we meet for strong Qigong. So we call this sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. And we always begin by just taking the wheel of our autonomic nervous system. We have this prefrontal cortex. It's what gives us the ability to make executive function, as they say in cognitive neuroscience. We're using it to override the brain stem. It's funny, just a decade or two ago, they were telling us that wasn't possible. But the ancients knew this from hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. So that's what we start with, slowing the breath down, taking deep, slow, quiet, even breaths, long and slow, deep and silent. We know now through the neuroscience that we calm our heart rate drops, our blood pressure drops, our blood vessels dilate. 1,000 things happen just by slowing and focusing on our breath. Once we get that rhythm established, we seek out every breath cycle. And every breath cycle we know has a yin and yang, just like the ancient literature tells us. We call it lovingly and playfully yin-hail when we inhale and yang-hail when we exhale. And the goal is very simple. The cognitive neuroscience tells us that when we extend our exhale, we tip that scale even further. We slow that cruise control down even more. So that's what we do. At the end of every breath, you still got reserve capacity in the lower lobes of your lungs. Use it and just use your floating ribs. Squeeze out a little more air. And then the next inhale is much deeper. Now we also use an ancient martial arts technique of in through the nose, out from the mouth. So if you can do that comfortably, do so. Extend every exhale. And when you do through pursed lips, you can control that exhale more. So it's like blowing through a straw. And as you continue to breathe in that manner, if you're comfortable doing so, go ahead and invite your eyes to close so you can use this powerful visualization. We call it sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. Your mind is a gift, and it's been handed down to you through generations. The samurai sword is the visualization we use, something lovingly handed down through generations. And our job with it is to keep it polished, keep it sharp. And the way we do so is with our breath. We call this practice sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. So as you extend that exhale through pursed lips, you imagine you're pushing that blade across that stone, carefully, deliberately. When you get the end of that exhale, you turn that blade over to the other side and you draw it to you in a slow, deep, ensuing inhale. When you get to the end of that inhale, you turn the blade again, you push it from you through pursed lips, Flip the blade, draw it to you through the nose. And you continue to breathe in that manner, and you continue to use that visualization until we move into the next phase, and that is you begin to focus where you're flipping the blade. You begin to focus on the infinitesimal moment where your out-breath becomes in-breath and your in-breath becomes out-breath. Those infinitesimal moments are fleeting. Evanescence is the word that's used, and what we're doing is we're seeking out those moments. And that's what gets the dopamine drip. That's what gets the midbrain to sprinkle the forebrain with more dopamine. And it's a great meditation. We use it here, but you can use it anytime. It can be one breath. And as you do that, breathe a few more times deliberately. When you feel comfortable doing so, invite your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. So we can begin our warm-ups. Our next inhale through our nose allows our head to float like a balloon on a string, pulling upward. And as we exhale, we purse those lips and we let the air out of the balloon, so the chin drops. When we inhale again, we inhale and we sweep one ear past one shoulder. We purse lips all the way across the chest as we exhale. Inhale, past the other shoulder. Exhale, purse lips all the way across. Inhale, ear past shoulder. We rock from side to side in this manner. Inhaling ear past shoulder. Exhaling slowly through pursed lips across the chest. Inhale, opposite ear past opposite shoulder, so that your head is forming a big letter U. And this allows you to calibrate 1,000 things within the inner body. Interoception, that's your body sense, knowing you're taking a breath. Proprioception, that's your position sense, your vestibular function. And your inner ear is telling you where it is in space. We're doing these things in concert, our diaphragm rising and falling, our inner ear rolling around. We're getting everything ready for all that follows. So on your next exhale, you can pause your chin at your chest, inhale your chin upright, and we'll work into our upper respiratory sinus with our shoulder rolls. We begin to inhale them, loop them forward and upward as you inhale, bring them around back, squeeze them downward and backward as you exhale. So you're squeezing them together on every exhale, and you're looping forward and upward with every inhale. You're just getting that area between the shoulder blades woken up, lovingly known as the Dajue point in the ancient Asian literature. And when your shoulders drop again, you can cross your wrists with gentle fists and get your elbows involved. Make elbow circles like so. Same breath. And if you feel like leaning back and looking up, you can do that as well, and just really get that upper respiratory sinus moving. And the next time your hands drop, you can open your palms upward and get the arms involved. Big inhales. Oh, like so. Exhale down. And continue in this manner. And like me, if you find your knees floating and melting with your hands and your breath, well, that's bonus. That's exactly what we want to do. So feel free to move the entire body. And then the next time your hands drop, just cross those wrists with gentle fists and begin those elbow loops again. Beautifully done. And then finish where you started. The next time your hands drop, just let those shoulders roll and squeeze as you started out doing. Looping forward and upward, squeezing downward and backward. Well done. Upper respiratory sinus is warmed up. Let's work towards the lower respiratory sinus by relaxing the hands and shoulders. Turn towards one hand as your eyes follow it behind you. Scoop and toss to the other side, and continue scooping and tossing with palm up and palm down. Breathe deeply, slowly, quietly and evenly. With every inhale, you can scoop up. With every exhale, you can toss behind you, palm down. We know this lovingly as windmills. And as before, you can start to work up your limb and begin to throw an elbow roll in each direction. Big looping elbow roll. After a few of these big looping elbow rolls, bring it into the shoulder blade. Make big rolling shoulder rolls from side to side. As you do, delight in the movement of your trunk and body, shifting weight and turning trunk. This allows us to go right into the very lowest part of the respiratory sinus by using this turn and trunk and going right into ragdoll. Let your hands flail from your body. Feel the freedom of the movement. Just keep the breath deep, slow, quiet, and even. And after you've done ragdoll, you can go right into pellet drums. So take the momentum of this turn and begin to slap or tap the top of the opposite shoulder. Let the back of the back hand just wind up wherever it does behind your back. And this is the prayer drum, the pellet drum. After you've slapped or tapped the top of the shoulder, work to the top of the chest, up around your collarbone. Give yourself either a sharp slap or a light tap, depend on what you decide today. And from the top of the chest, we'll work our way down to the bottom of the rib cage. Those floating ribs that give us that extra little puff of air out. As we work our way from the bottom of the rib cage, drop to the hips. As we wind up the upper half of the body in our warm-ups. We'll work towards our lower half now. We'll go ahead and let our hands drift to our hips and begin the big looping hula hoops, lovingly known as stirring the bowl. Make them as big as you can comfortably. Just keep that breath deep and slow, quiet and even. Whichever direction you chose, just pause and loop in the opposite direction. Well done. As you loop in each direction, unwinding what you've wound, you can now invite your center of gravity to settle within your base of support. Widen your base of support. Go a little wider so that you can drop down and you could bob if you wanted to, like an old Western. Now that you've got this Mabu, the horse riding stance, we go into the Great Bear swings. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders and sweep across. Inhale, pause at the top, then exhale. Control it all the way across. Inhale and pause. Go from side to side, through pursed lips, all the way across, just like you were doing with your yoga neck roll. Inhaling as you rise, exhaling all the way across. The Great Bear swings from side to side. And on your next exhale, you can invite yourself to pause at the bottom and inhale your trunk upright, but remain in horse stance for shifting weight on a figure eight. Begin to rock your little boat from side to side, shifting weight. And as you do, when you change direction, go ahead and invite your rounding of the corner. So you loop from one side to the other. It's like a dance move. And you're keeping your trunk upright. Notice we don't move from our shoulders, we move from our hips. We move from the lower dantian. That keeps all those three smooth river rocks stacked peacefully on one another. Beautifully done. After a few more of these, you can settle into the middle, and before we leave horse stance, shift weight to one side of the boat and raise the opposite toe. Then shift to the other side and raise that toe. And do that a few times from side to side. Raise that toe. That just wakens the very lower part of the body. Well done. After you've done a few more of these, you can settle back into the middle and bring your feet, your center of gravity and base of support back to your shoulder width, our center stance. Shift weight to one foot, raise the opposite heel now, and just loop the knee. To finish up, loosening the lower body. Whichever direction you chose, simply pause, loop in the opposite direction. Then take weight through that foot, raise the opposite heel, loop the knee. And after a few inward loops, pause for a few outward loops. Well done. You can settle back into the middle, and now we just have the Laogong points. We have the wrist, forearms, and hands. And remember, your Laogong points are where your middle finger meets your palm. Important energy centers in Tai Chi and Qigong. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let those energy centers melt towards your lap. As you inhale, roll the wrists and let them rise towards your heart, and continue to breathe in this manner. And if your knees join in, invite them to. Make it a whole body movement in the rhythm of your own breath. As you do so, we go to our next visualization, the classic Qigong visualization known as cleansing the inner body. So if you can do so with eyes closed, invite them to close so you can use the full power of your personal visualization, imagination, concentration, and meditation. And when you inhale your palms up, imagine a glowing mist formed in the core of the earth, rose through the soles of your feet and through the trillions of cells of your inner body to collect in your upper dantian, your mind's eye center. When you go to exhale, that glowing mist forms a glowing cloud in the upper dantian, and that glowing cloud washes down, rains down a gentle golden rain through those trillions of cells back through the soles of the feet and back into the earth. So this meditation is breathing into and out from the earth. With every inhale, a glowing golden mist rises. With every exhale, a glowing golden rain falls, cleansing the inner body, preparing us for our meditative stance. So the next time your hands rise, invite them to pause at heart height in a hugging stance, known as stand like tree in the ancient Asian literature, and this is where we take inventory of our alignment, where we begin and end. So with long neck and light head, floating upward like a balloon, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. Now, between them, the spine gently stretches in both directions in what's known as the string of pearls with every breath. As our hands hover, as if tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one, our feet are parallel in a firm rooted stance like a mighty oak. And our three energy centers rest peacefully on one another as if we carefully selected, gathered, balanced, and stacked three perfectly smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of our warm-ups from head to toe. All those yoga neck rolls, all those shoulder rolls, all those trunk twists, stirring the bowl all the way down to the great bear swings. We see it and feel it in the mind's eye. That's the purpose. So as we do so, our hands begin the slow journey downward, and our thumbs find their destination crossed over the belly button. Our folded fingers rest below what's lovingly known as the cauldron of the body. And through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if we're blowing through a straw, we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body, and as we do, we delight in the growing, glowing light with each extended exhale as the embers respond. And with each deep ensuing inhale, we draw the light upward and outward, and we begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the home of emotion and compassion. We blow on both cauldron, the embers, and fill the inner galaxy with light until it spills beyond the inner galaxy and it bathes the space between us with light, warm, silken Qi energy. May your body be strong and may your heart be calm. And if your eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands melt to your side, only inviting the eyes to gently, slowly flutter open just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We're ready to begin. We step into the center of our little boat, and the hand on this side of the room or screen floats before the heart in a gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it, and together we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow in a gesture of mutual respect. When we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, when we exhale, our hands slowly melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale them up and over till the Lao Gong points are an inch apart. We slowly exhale down our center line. This is centering the Qi where we begin and end. We do one more, and this time we bring our Lao Gong points together. We exhale only as far as the heart center as the Shaolin do this. We do this in deference to them. When we inhale, our elbows rise and wrists straighten. When we exhale, our hands melt down and we are ready. Step back out into our little boat. We make sure we've got a nice stable stance. We unlock our knees. We inhale our hands up till Lao Gong points are just a little apart. We exhale down our center line, and we continue to do this. This is syncing the Qi, and this is where we calibrate our own movement. So we decide, you decide how high you reach, you decide how low you go. Your goal is only to keep those 3 smooth river rocks right on top of one another. So your head is over your shoulders and chest. Your shoulders and chest are over your hips. Keeping yourself upright as you inhale up and exhale down. Beautifully done. Now, when your hands drop again, let them pause in front of you at the bottom. Inhale them up to heart height, the middle dantian, and exhale back down. Continue this for a few breaths. This is known as opening the door in formal Tai Chi and Qigong routines. It will set us up for our next move. At the bottom, when we inhale our hands back up in front of us, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and cross your wrists with palms up and begin to make 2 small circles, looping, and exhaling down, inhaling and rising, exhaling and falling. This is known lovingly as closing the door. You'll see this at the end of formal routines. Beautifully done. Now in a moment, we're going to do our single leg stance for today. And this is known as the high kick with heel, but please don't let the name scare you. You don't have to go high. You can even just tap your heel out if you want. But we will shift weight over one foot. We'll keep tracing these 2 small circles with our breath, and we'll either tap that heel or kick that foot to a comfortable height. And then we'll drop to the middle, crossing wrists, tracing the circles. We'll shift to the other side after that. So when you feel comfortable doing so on this next one, simply shift over one foot as you inhale up, give a gentle kick, and then switch. Inhale and kick. Just nice and slow and controlled. So it's the transition that you're after, just the smooth transition. You inhale, those 2 small circles, cross wrists, exhale out, and just from one side to the other, transitioning, as my teacher taught me. In many Tai Chi and Qigong classes, they focus, as he would say, too much on the final posture, when really it's the magic of the transition that we're after. So on this next one, when you come out of it, simply return to your closing the door with both feet. Just like that. We've done a great balancing exercise. Now from here, we'll go into a move that's a classic in the Tai Chi tradition, known as the fountain. So, the next time you drop down, invite yourself to drop as low as you can, and then start making big circles. Inhale up, just like we were doing in our warm-ups. Exhale down. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Now there's many variations of the fountains. One of them is to simply bring your knuckles together in the middle. So the next time you drop down, you kind of bring your knuckles like so. Inhale up, exhale out. So just give that a try. Bring the knuckles together, Inhale up the center, exhale out. It's a little more precise. I saw some Shaolin doing it this way, and I thought, oh, let's give that a try. Beautifully done. And then if you'd like to return to the cross wrists with palms up, you can return to that just to feel the difference. Well done. Now, let's return to the small circles, just the closing of the door. Well done. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to shift weight over the other foot and bow step back. So let's shift over to one foot and pause for just a second, T-step, and then bow stance into your bow stance. And now trace those small circles to one side. And then inhale, exhale. Beautifully done. So generally we inhale to the back foot, exhale to the front, but don't worry about that. You can do what feels comfortable to you. Inhale, trace two small circles, exhale. This is waving hands like fans in the Tai Chi tradition. It's beautifully done. Waving hands like fans. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause facing me and line up your Lao Gong points right at your heart. You can lean back to your back foot and then push forward. Make a big breaststroke all the way back and scoop up to your heart again. Push forward again. The Lao Gong points line up right in front of the heart. This is known as piercing the clouds. So we explore all kinds of different ways, different stances, different moves. As we calibrate our breath with our movement, we inhale to the back foot, scoop up, exhale, pierce forward, piercing the clouds. Beautifully done. And the next time your hands lunge forward, bring your back foot with you and square up your stance. Then drop your hands and sink your chi. Rise with the breath. Fall with the breath. Continue floating. Melting. Beautifully done. When your hands drop again, invite them to pause at the bottom. Inhale them up to heart height and exhale them back down. As we go back into opening the door, preparing us to land this plane. So the next inhale, when your hands rise, when you feel comfortable doing so, invite them to spread wide, stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. And between them, our spine gently stretches in each direction with every breath in the string of pearls. The hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. The feet are parallel in that firm, rooted stance like a mighty oak on a mountaintop of the Blue Ridge of western North Carolina. Our three energy centers rest peacefully on one another, as if we carefully selected, gathered, balanced, and stacked three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge, and with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stirred today. We started with sharpening the mind. We worked through cleansing the inner body. We blew on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. We performed the closing of the door and the high kick with heel. We also performed the fountain in different hand placements. We waved hands like fans, and we pierced the clouds. Enjoy the inner show of your own personal visualization, imagination, concentration, and meditation. If your eyes are closed, enjoy it as the hands begin the final journey downward. Thumbs once again find their destination, crossed over the belly button, folded fingers once again warming on the cauldron of the body. As we begin where we left off, blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. And as we do, we delight in the growing, glowing light with closed eyes and pursed lips as if blowing through a straw. We blow on the embers in delight as the embers respond. Then we draw the light upward, and in gratitude we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, the cauldron that gave us this beautiful inward show. And we blow on the embers of all three cauldrons, filling the inner galaxy with the brightest light yet, spilling beyond our inner galaxy, bathing the space between us, spilling beyond the space between us, bathing the world around us, spilling beyond the world around us and bathing life itself with light, warm, silken Qi energy. May your body stay strong, and may your heart stay calm, and may your mind stay sharp, and may your spirit stay free. Yi Dao, Qi Dao, which means where the mind goes, Qi follows. So choose carefully, intentionally, and wisely. If your eyes are still closed, enjoy it a moment longer as your hands melt to your side, only inviting the eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step back into the center of our little boat. And slowly and deliberately, we inhale those Lao Gong points up again till they're an inch apart. Just as slowly, just as deliberately, we exhale down our center line, centering the Qi as promised at the beginning. So the hand on this side of the screen can make the fist, the hand on this side can cover it. Together we can take a deep breath in and straighten, and you give yourselves a slow exhale down as you give yourselves a much earned, much deserved light and applause for making the light you made in the world today. Thank you, the world needs it, and you're the source of it, so share it.